see you guys. Once again, my name is Craig. We've had a really fun weekend with you guys, and there's a lot of great things going on throughout EGLX. We have fun on this stage, but really probably one of the most important and fun things to do is to go see the folks over at Extra Life and Sick Kids. And I want to take this time right now to let them take the stage and allow them to educate you on what they have going on and why their cause is so important. So if you guys just walking around, you need a rest, come on, grab a seat, listen to these great folks. They have a lot of great things going on with a really strong purpose. So right now I want to introduce Maya from Sick Kids and Extra Life. If you could please welcome her to the stage and her team. Oh, you can do better than that. Come on now. There you go.
What's going on, EGLX? Thanks for joining us. I hope you guys are having a great weekend so far. We are super happy to be here. I am joined by a few friends, and we're going to chat with you about Extra Life and the power of gaming. So I'm joined now by Lucibel and Jamie.
Hello.
So Lucibel, you work for Canada's Children's Hospital Foundation on a program called Extra Life. Can you tell us a bit about Extra Life?
Yes, so Extra Life is a fundraising program within the gaming community. So that's why we're here at EGLX. It's like a walk or a run where you sign up and you use your gaming as a way of reaching out to your network to be like, hey, I'm fundraising money for my local children's hospital and we can make a really big difference. So it's a cool fundraising program within the gaming community. We're over there. I keep plugging it all weekend. It's just coming out naturally now.
Amazing. And I hear there's something about a 24-hour gaming marathon.
Yes. So if you've seen our signage, it says Extra Life versus 24 hours. So Extra Life was originally built around a 24-hour gaming marathon. Intense. I know. I know gamers can get a little stinky, a little weird, kind of crazy over 24 hours, but that's part of the fun part. So we do have a community game day where a lot of our Extra Lifers come together and they game for 24 hours. No obligation to, but like I said, things get pretty fun when we're gaming for that long. It's a great way for our community to come together, and it's a really great selling point when you're asking for those donations. Like, I'm going to be gaming for 24 hours. You should donate.
That sounds pretty cool that I can game for 24 hours, but also help sick kids.
Definitely.
So with that, how do I register? How do I get involved?
Super easy to sign up for Extra Life. You just go to extra-life.org and click sign up. It's free to do so. You can select your local hospital. If you're in Toronto or the GTA, it is Sick Kids. Super easy to sign up, free to do so. You could do it right now, or you could come to our booth, number 311, and do it right there on the spot. We got iPads.
Amazing.
We got the tech to do it.
Love it. So with that, you said you can choose your local children's hospital. So you can choose from any children's hospital to support?
You're right, yeah. So Extra Life is a Children's Miracle Network Hospitals fundraising program. So we have a network of 170 children's hospitals within the US and Canada. So you can select any one of those hospitals. So I'm originally from Calgary. That's where my little cousins and nieces and nephews are. So if they ever had to go to the hospital, they would go to Alberta Children's Hospital. So I actually Extra Life for them. I hope that's okay.
That's amazing. Well, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
And I think you guys have a little video as well.
We do
on
have
Extra
a little
Life.
video, yeah. So if we can get that up
Get that
here.
rolling.
Extra Life was born. It just occurred to me that gamers should be able to do the things they love to help sick and injured kids as well. And so the funds that Extra Lifers raise can go to a variety of purposes in the local area at the local hospital.
So maybe your extra $20 or your extra $50 goes to curing 87% of children with leukemia.
62 kids like me enter a children's hospital every minute.
And I was one of those kids. You could save their life too.
Play games, heal kids.
Awesome. Okay, well, that looks pretty cool. I'm definitely interested in signing up for Extra Life. However, I work at Sick Kids Foundation. And speaking of Sick Kids, we are also joined by Jamie Lamont, who is the Director of Special Events and Sponsorship at Sick Kids Foundation. Thanks for joining us, Jamie.
Thank you for having us, Maya.
Awesome. So I hear that right now Sick Kids is in quite a large campaign. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, we're looking to reboot Sick Kids, basically Sick Kids 2.0. We're in the midst of the largest healthcare fundraising campaign in Canadian history, $1.3 billion to be raised. We're about 75% of the way there. We got about 25% of the way to go. But some good progress has been made for sure. Amazing support from the community and from the gaming community as well. Extra Life has done an amazing support job with us. They've raised upwards of, I think right now we're almost at $3 million raised, if I'm not mistaken, for Sick Kids. And it's a great community that has come together to really help the kids out. Starting next week, I think on Wednesday actually, we're breaking ground on the first phase of the new rebuild of Sick Kids, and it's a pretty momentous occasion for us. So for Canada Children's Healthcare, Sick Kids is one of the leaders in the world for that, and we're very lucky to have our institution in this town.
Amazing. And you mentioned breaking ground. Can you actually let us know where this new hospital is being built?
Yeah, for sure. So we get that question a lot. So we've been on site at University Avenue and Elm Street for since 1949. That's when the original hospital was built. So we're going to be taking the hospital down in stages. So phase one is well underway. We've taken down our old research tower, which was at the corner of Elm and Elizabeth. There's a big hole in the ground now, and that's where the new Sick Kids will rise from phase one. Phase two will happen in about 3 years' time on the University Avenue side. So the oldest part of the hospital will be torn down, and a new hospital will arise. So I would say by 2027, we will have a new Sick Kids in Toronto.
Amazing. And I believe you also brought a little video for us to show us a little bit about why we fight.
Absolutely.
What have I become? My sweetest friend. You can have it all. My empire of dirt. I won't let you down. I won't make you hurt. If I could start again, I will find a way.
Well, that was a truly inspiring commercial. And we also heard that everybody in that video is actually a real patient and doctor at Sick Kids. Is that true?
That's true, actually. We've treated obviously a lot of patients and families over the years, and they become very, very much a part of our community. And we rely on their support quite a bit because they're the ones that are our true heroes and tell our story very well. And yeah, absolutely. All the kids that you saw in there were actual patients one time or still patients of Sick Kids, and a lot of the parents too. So it's a great way to engage that community as well, and thank them, but have them show the support for Sick Kids.
Amazing. So when we sign up for Extra Life and choose Sick Kids, we are actually helping build a new Sick Kids. So that's pretty amazing.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you guys so much for chatting with us about Extra Life and Sick Kids. I am now going to invite up Justin and Joe, who are two members of the Sick Kids Extra Life Guild, to chat with us a little bit more about that.
Thanks, Maya.
Thanks, guys. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Hello. How are you guys enjoying EGLX so far?
I'm having a good time.
Good,
Yes,
good.
same.
Glad to hear it. So can you guys tell us a little bit about what the Sick Kids Extra Life Guild is?
So the Guild is a group of extra passionate volunteers, so people that have signed up to participate in Extra Life, and they've come to rally around their local hospital.
Amazing, amazing. And I see that you guys have a booth set up as well. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on at the booth?
So at the booth, we have our Guild volunteers. They're actually signing people up for Extra Life, educating the public on what that is and what that entails, what they can do with Extra Life, how they can participate. They're also sharing their experiences and their best practices on how to go about doing that.
Awesome. So we've learned about Extra Life, about the Guild now, and about Sick Kids. But can you give us a little bit of insight on how we fundraise?
So there's multiple ways of fundraising. Some people who are into streaming, either on Twitch or Mixer, will do live broadcasts. So ask their viewers or friends, family for donations through streaming on those platforms. Other people like to do dinner parties, so they'll get their Dungeons & Dragons group out and do fundraising that way. Other people that have families might do family game night, so board games, maybe some couch co-op, Mario Kart. Yeah.
Cool. That sounds fairly easy. And we've heard that Joseph is actually an angel in action and won that award. Can you tell us a little bit about what that award is?
Oh, so the Angel in Action is a award they give out annually from the Extra Life program. I mean, not annually, quarterly. And then so I didn't know about it until I got nominated from the guild members and other people that heard about what I did at work.
Right. So you did some office fundraising that helped you achieve this award. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So I've been at AMD for almost 10 years. And AMD is in every PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So it felt natural to get them involved in Extra Life. And so, I mean, when I started, I didn't know who to ask and how to get help. So I just kept trying to find more people and just being persistent. And a couple years ago, they're like, okay, you can set up a table that the guild helped me set up. And then so we had similar to what the booth had set up without the games. And then so people at work could find out more about Extra Life and I could ask for donations. And then this year, because of that table, they're like, okay, you want to do it again this year? But this time, we'll have PC set up, we have console set up, and then we'll actually do 24 hours of gaming at work. So we did 3 hours of gaming during every lunch for 8 days, so it'd be 24 hours total. And then we got 35 volunteers from work to help out, and at least 1,000 probably noticed what was happening. Maybe a few hundred played throughout the event, and we were able to raise almost 10,000.
Wow, that is truly amazing and awesome that you could start something so small at work and watch it grow and get everybody involved. So that's really great. Congratulations on that. And I hear that you have a sick kid story as well as to why you got involved with Extra Life in support of sick kids. Do you mind sharing that with us?
Okay, sure. So there's two people in mind that when I do stuff for sick kids and Extra Life come to mind. First is my older brother. So in the Philippines in the late 70s, 80s, before I was born, he was diagnosed with brain cancer. And unfortunately, he passed away because we didn't have the resources or the access to the care that he would needed. And then so fast forward to 2012, my niece, she was 3 or 4. She complained about head pains and headaches. But then when my sister took her to the family doctor, everything seemed normal. But then my sister had this feeling in her gut that something was wrong. So she took her to sick kids, and they found out that my niece had brain cancer. And thankfully that since my sister took her there, she was correctly diagnosed, and she was treated, and she's been cancer-free since then. She turned 10 this year. So thank you for sick kids. And because of that, and because of her, I try to do as much as I can to help sick kids with the patients they have right now.
Well, that's amazing. Yeah, give it up for that. That's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. It's great to see why we're doing what we're doing and why we're here and why we're joining Extra Life. And we have Caitlin as well, who's here to join us. Caitlin, you actually game for Extra Life and stream. Can you tell us a little bit about your stream?
Oh, my stream. So I stream FPS and variety. For FPS, a lot of Rainbow Six Siege. Team Canada won. Not surprising.
Awesome. And you game for sick kids. Can you tell us why you've signed up for Extra Life and why you're supporting sick kids?
Yeah, so the real benefit of doing Extra Life is that you can choose the hospital that you want to be fundraising for. So I chose one that I live near, that I would drive by every single day. It was McMaster's Children's Hospital, and this was also when I was first getting into med school. So I was interested in the hospital, and I would see it almost every single day. I would drive by it. And then after I fundraised for them and they got the donations and everything, they actually sent me an email and contacted me. And I fundraised through other fundraisers before, and it's never felt so intimate. And I've never had a response from the actual hospital emailed to me.
Amazing, amazing. Well, it's great to see that everybody can get involved, and you don't just have to support sick kids, you can support anything that's close in your community. So that's pretty wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us up here, guys. And I believe Caitlin will be at our booth, at booth 311 as well, so you can catch her there after this. But thanks for joining us. And now I'm actually welcoming up another special guest. He has traveled from Montreal, and he has over 11 million views on Twitch. Please welcome LL Stylish.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on? Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
How are you enjoying Toronto and EGLX?
Honestly, I've never been in Toronto despite being from Montreal.
Okay, welcome.
It's a bit of a small New York. It's amazing to see.
Good, good. What's been one of your favorite things so far this weekend?
The food and the event.
Okay, great. Well, that's great to hear. So can you tell us a little bit about your stream?
Well, I started in about 2017, and it was a lot of efforts to get there, but once I'd done it, it was really amazing to make a living out of gaming. And I was like a dream kid, so I'm really proud of that. And yeah, it's pretty much amazing. And I love what you guys are doing. You know, people always talk about how gaming is a bad influence for kids, you know, Fortnite, whatever. But in here, we're helping people through gaming, and that's amazing to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's amazing to see the gaming community come together, and there's such a powerful impact that the gaming community can have. Why do you think it's important for the gaming community to give back?
Honestly, we're out here making money, having fun, and it should be something that everybody does, honestly, not just the gaming community. But I'm glad we are doing it, and we should do it, and we should be helping those kids, doing those charity streams, doing those stuff like that.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us up here. And if you would like to chat more with LL Stylish, have a meet and greet, he's actually going to be up at our booth 311, just over to the left here, the direction in which I am pointing. You can come, ask some questions, get some photos, sign up for Extra Life. I think maybe you'll be signing up for Extra Life too.
I will be. They don't know about it. I will be.
Amazing. So we're doing lots of great things here. Please be sure to stop by. Thanks so much for coming out and listening to us. We hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thank you so much again.